So we'll talk about it and, of course, find out what we can do as a nation to ensure that our heroes get all that they deserve. Maybe it can even help them live longer and live more happily. So we will talk about all of this on Sports Tonight, and we will be reflecting on all this going forward as well. Let me just quickly start the show and just give you a slice of a few of the things that we'll touch on as we go on. Let's start, of course, from the Globe Premier League. We talked about taking decisions, punishing those who offend, and being firm with punishment for offending clubs, offending players, offending officials. That looks like what the League Management Committee has set and they've embarked upon. And today in Abuja, the League Management Committee descended heavily on Wiki Tories of Bauchi. Remember that week 22, the game that was played in Bauchi, Wiki Tories and El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. El Kanemi scored a goal towards the end of that game, and that was the last that we saw of the game because fans invaded the pitch, were told assaulted match officials, and the game was stalemated. But today, the League Management Committee, the hammer has fallen on Wiki Tories of Bauchi. The League Management Committee have awarded that bout with 22 match to El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. What it means is that El Kanemi Warriors will get 3 goals, 3 points for that game because of what happened. Wiki Tories have also been fined 2 million naira for the violent conduct of their fans. They are also to pay for all the medical expenses of the referees and the match officials that were assaulted during that game, during that stalemated game. And the last but not the least is that Wiki Tories will also play their remaining home games this season behind closed doors. It means that their fans will not have the opportunity of watching their games in Bauchi. No gate takings, no fans to watch the game. Will this be good enough? Will this be good enough? A punishment for Wiki Tories? Will it serve as a lesson for other clubs? Time will tell. We've seen a lot of clubs play their games behind closed doors, but it doesn't look like it is stemming the tide of violence that has crept back into our domestic football. Okay, so that's it for Wiki Tories. We hope that the controversy that trails decision like this, that is from the League Management Committee, the O&D of the Nigerian Football Federation, will not come to play. And of course, all these decisions are subject to the ratification of the O&D, that's the disciplinary committee of the Nigeria Football Federation. In the past, decisions will be taken, they will be overturned by the disciplinary committee. Teams will go to appeal, and those judgments will also be overturned. So we've had a series of all of these in the past. I hope that that will be a thing of the past. From Bauchi, let's come to Ibadan and talk about Shooting Star Sports Club. The coaches, the officials, the management have been under some kind of pressure because it looks like Shooting Stars, the players, are not getting the results commensurate with the amount of investment made by the Oyo State government. And today, the management of 3SC decided to descend heavily on indisciplined players and those who are not measuring up. And guess what? The enfant terrible of 3SC, they call him the Mario Balotelli of Nigeria, Bola Salami, has been placed on half salary from this month. The reason is because Bola Salami, we were told by officials of 3SC, hasn't shown up in training in the last 2 days, and he didn't get any permission to stay out of training. So from this month, Bola Salami has been placed on half salary because he absconded from training. Didn't show up without being given the permission by the management of the club. He's no new player to controversy, Bola Salami. Immensely talented, but also comes with pockets of trouble. Let's hope. At the beginning of this season, he said he's born again, but the signs we're seeing are not the signs of someone who is truly repentant. But I hope that Bola can focus on his football because he's talented and cut out all this trouble for his own sake. From Ibadan, let's go to Ilorin and talk about the Star game tomorrow. For those of you who follow the domestic scene, tomorrow we'll be playing quarter-final matches in the 2013 Federation Cup. And we've always highlighted that this year's competition looks better organized than the ones we've had in the past. Tomorrow in Ilorin, we have the star game of the quarterfinals of the 2013 Federation Cup, and it will be between Warri Wolves and Kano Pillars. That, of course, is the star match. That will be the highlight of the quarterfinal pairings of this year's 2013 Nigeria Federation Cup. And the reason is simple. Between these two teams, we have close to 5 or 6 Super Eagles players, either Team A or Team B. For Warri Wolves, you can count on the likes of Azubike Gweke, is the captain of the team. You can count on Joseph Osadiaye. You can count on Etebo Ogene Karo, of course, for Warri Wolves. And for Pillars, Rabiu Ali has made his way into the team. You have Zango Umar also in the team. Gambo Mohammed, unfortunately, will be out because he's injured. But then Warri Wolves and Pillars have some of the best players on the domestic scene, and you can be sure that Ilorin will be on fire as these two teams battle for a semi-final place in the 2013 Nigeria Federation Cup. Let's talk about the other fixtures of matches to be played in the 2013 Federation Cup. Different centers spread across the country. Tomorrow, we have 4 quarter-final matches to be played, and those games, I can tell you, are all mouth-watering fixtures. Abeokuta will see Enyimba confront Nasarawa United, and I'm sure that everybody will expect Enyimba to get this one, but don't rule out upsets. Upsets are the hallmark of the Federation Cup. We have the defending champions Atland against Aqua United. That game will be in Kaduna, and of course I saw Daniel Akpeyi come into town today, headed for Kaduna to be part of Atland's campaign. Warri Wolves against Kano Pillars, we talked about it. And then the last fixture will be Lobby Stars of Makurdi, who were the losing finalists last year against Aqua Starlet. That game will be played in Enugu. Both teams have already settled in Enugu. Teams have already arrived at their venues, and they're looking forward to cracking encounters tomorrow. We hope there will be no controversies around any of these games, and you can trust us that about this time tomorrow, we should be giving you the results of these games, and as well be telling you who will play who in the semi-finals of the 2013 Nigeria Federation Cup. We need to go on a break now, a quick break, and of course during the break bring you the game that we saw in Abuja last week, 3SC against Enyimba in the Federation Cup. We'll bring that highlight